What's up, homies? I decided to start a new game of Conflict of Nations, so I'm gonna go with day one, and we get to pick our country. I love the Algeria. I've played that country before. It's got good access to Europe, but it's a hot spot. This game has been running for a little bit, so I'm going to jump in as a different country, and I just don't even know where I want to start, to be honest. If I do South America, that's typically not as crazy. I could play Chile. I could play Peru. Brazil already selected. Bolivia. That's kind of sandwiched because if I go to Chile, then I'm only bordered by three or four countries. I can get a little peace agreement. I don't even know where to start. Maybe down here, South Africa. That only has two countries beside it. I don't want to be landlocked in New Zealand. Australia's already in use. Let's see here. Cuba, Mexico, already in U.S. up here at the top. Well, there's a couple countries ready up there. Sweden, Finland as a buffer. If I went Spain, already in, gosh, man, Morocco, already. Algeria would be a good one. Mali, I don't know, man. Ethiopia, because if I came through here, my only options are to attack side to side. Let's do South Africa. Haven't played them. Medium-sized nation located at the Cape of Africa. Military favorite anti-tank, mech infantry and strike fighter aircraft. I don't know. Let's just go for it, man. Let's go for it. South Africa, and I don't know what changes have been made in the game. So honestly, like this is going to be completely brand new for me. I'm just going to take a look and see what some of the changes that have been made are. And come in here. So let's take a look. Not a bad starting position. I do want to. Oh, it's bordered by more countries. What is this one? Gaborone. We could take that or Durban, just to have some landmass. That's a 4. Do I go for? Is this a computer player? I think we probably want to. I don't even know how to do this anymore. Oh, there we go. Namibia, and that's a computer player. Let's just go for we got peace with them right now. Let's look for a right away. I want to just make good with this one over here first, and we can move up this side. Who is this? Computer player in Mozambique. So we probably can go to Mozambique first. I don't want to go and get challenged. So should we get Durban real quick? I think we should probably move forces together and take maybe a Durban. Let's come over here and stage, right? We'll stage these two together. I don't know if you can still do it that way. We're going to find out. And then kind of move everybody close here. Then what I'll do is I'll move... can we do... yeah, it looks like we can still patrol. And so we'll just patrol right around the city, right? We don't have anybody that we're aggro with, but that's good. So we'll kind of do that. Let's see what the game events. You changed your status. Okay, yeah, we get that. So everything looks good. The same on the user controls. To be honest, it looks very familiar, like what I'm used to doing. But I've got a lot to learn on what's happened over the patches. So that's right. We got to do some study. Now we're heavily favored in mech infantry. So like, let's go ahead and start that if that's something that is already boosted for South Africa. We'll go right down the mech tree and kind of get them boosted up. But look, there's a bunch of new stuff. What is this? Officers. I don't even know what this is. Infantry officer. This is all new as well. Good Lord. There's a lot in here. This research requires one of the following basic infantry. Marines. Okay. Season vet. We're going to have to read up on that. Seasons. Current day 2 elite main tanks. That's kind of cool. You need season 1 badge in order to require the... Oh, okay. I gotcha. So seasons. No problem. We're going to have to learn what those are. Now, missile subs. All this looks familiar. Honestly, like, I'm not sweating this. Combat recon vehicles. Armored fighting vehicles. We're going to need some tanks. I think it said anti-tank was one of the good ones for us. So I think... let me read up on this one real quick. Lightly armored vehicles combining mobility and heavy firepower. These units are specifically designed to engage and destroy enemy armored vehicles. Often operate in urban environments. Okay, so we can go into cities, which would be good to take out tanks. So none of that's changed. Let's go ahead and start that one. All right, so now we've got a little bit going on here. We've got some movement, a little bit of time. We've got some research going on day 2. and it's a 24-hour game. So one thing that I like about Conflict of Nations is that it's just not crazy. You don't typically get wiped out in one day unless multiple 4, 5, 6 people are coming after you, and I like that, right? So let's see. There's 2 coalitions started. There's a Canadian one, and there is one in the EU, right? So I don't think we have. That's in Argentina, though, isn't it? I think. Let's see. Yeah, Argentina and Brazil. So South America, which could be a really good alliance to be in, so that they don't come across the sea at you, or when they do, you can actually come across and have some free access if they're going to help you in Africa, right? But as far as other coalitions, I don't see it. Let's look at diplomacy and see. As far as the leaderboard, like who's on the leaderboard. So there's a couple of big guys. Russia and the U.S. Russia starts big. I think U.S. starts big too. They're a little bit inflated and bloated as far as land and VPs and stuff. So I don't think they've made too much move. There's a guy in India. As far as computer players, right? So let's do that player type. Let's see who's actually a player and who's active. That's always the first thing I check. China, these are the bloated ones. India looks like they're doing good off the start. There's an Australia. I don't see a lot going on that is moving forward. Saudi Arabia up here. So I don't really see a bunch of challenges. We can kind of play down here for a while with the computer guys. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take over this 4. We're going to get us some more supplies. And then because I'm not worried about that port, I'm going to move these guys up to this city for defense in case we aggro that computer player up to the north. But we're going to take this city to lock this out here. And come up to what is this one here? This is Mozambique, and that's a computer player too. They don't really have fast access to us, so if we knock out Durban, we knocked out Gaborone, then we can either take out this Mozambique area here, and then keep this as an ally, so they're not coming into us. Basically, so I've got a little bit of learning to do. I've got to really look up some of these changes, what the officers are doing, and then kind of get back into things. I haven't really looked at clans or anything and seen exactly what's going on with that. I kind of need to see who the top clans are and determine, do I need to really get involved with multiple games on that sort of thing. This is the type of game where you can just play 15 to 30 minutes, 2-3 times a day. Just check up on things, move a little bit of things here and there, look at your production, so go and do some trades. But I've got some gold saved from previous, I've got a Security Council subscription that ended in 2018, July 29th of 2018. So I don't understand what the badges and stuff are. Let's click on this and see. You guys aren't seeing this on the buy gold side because I don't have that as a window, but yeah, so buy gold, buy premium. Let me see, premium is just the council subscription. So I don't know what the season thing is yet, but we're going to go ahead and figure that out. So for now, I think we're good. Let's go into the cities and start a build. So if we look at construction, kind of, what do you want to build? I need to produce a little bit of military. So I think it's always good to have an army base, and you can look in here and see what they actually do, right? So this allows you to get the motorized, and we're going to have to get... is it mechanized? Let me see here. Relocate headquarters. Let's see what arms. I can't remember. So arm industry unlocks amphibious, main battle tanks, theater of defense. So we've got what we need unlocked, but let's get this army base started. It only takes a minute for the first level. So I think getting those knocked out is going to be the good thing. And I think there's a way to see your cities, like to scroll. Yeah, here we go. So then we can start construction on this one. We'll do an army base here, get that moving. Then we'll go to here and get an army base moving. So what I'm trying to do is use too much cash. We got 42 grand and we've got enough supplies here. We've got a lot of surplus on fuel. So that'll be something that we put in here. So this has got an air base. It's got an underground bunkers. This is obviously our hometown and a harbor. So we can get some ships going and patrol. But let's get this army base going so we can get basic troop movements and moving around. So then we go start. All right. I think you can do it from that other menu too. It looks like if I have this open, I can go, yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Taking me a little bit, guys. Taking me a little bit. So now I can actually look and say, let's see what we can actually make, right? So I can't do this one yet because I need an army base level 2. Can I build a tank? I can't because I need an Army Base 2 Arms 1 and research the anti-tank, which we're doing the anti-tank now, so that's okay. Support, I can't do anything. Scroll. No choppers, no planes, no bombers, no ships, no subs, no missiles on there, no officers. Okay, so we're pretty much in Cape Town. We're just gonna let this ride right now, and then pick up an army base and see what we can do. Right. So let's go through the different ones. Can I build any military? I can't. So that's something that we're researching right now. We need an army base too. I think we're pretty much just stuck on here until we research something. So no problem. These army bases are clicking through. See how they're saying that they built out. That's good news. So we're going to go ahead and do the construction for the other things now. I think we needed an army base too. It's going to take a day and 4 hours, no problem. And then we're going to do this all over, right? And I only think that we can build a couple. Yeah, see, we're running out of gas. So we're not going to be able to build the extra one. And I think in the place that where you know you're going to need gas, you can go into your building. I think it's the arms industry that will boost like what you're making. Yeah, so let's see, increases all resources and money, reduces mobilization time of military. So the arms one is definitely a good one. You want to stay really, really neutral in the opening so that you can get some of these build outs done. I remember even in the clan games, if we would fight within a clan, we'd start a game, we would say no attacking for like 8 or 10 days, let everybody get started, build a military, and then just clash heads. So we're going to have to let this ride for a little bit. And I can't remember, there was a way to trade resources before too, like to go see the trading. I can't remember. No. Yeah, I'll show the market. Here we go. So I can add sell offers and I can do buy offers too. So if I have 31 grand, I can actually buy some more fuel, right? So if I click on the fuel and I look, there's a ton for sale, but they want gold for this. Not going to do it, but they want cash, 9.5. That's a little steep, you know? But I might not have a choice. Only 736. That'll get me 1,500 fuel, and I should be able to build another. If I go into the thing, I'd need 1,000 more. So yeah, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to let these resources cook for a little bit, build out what I have, and then I'll do a day 2 or so later on. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you. See ya.